Hi everybody, welcome back to Jazz Hack. Today we're going to be looking at how to improvise over a great tune, Fly Me to the Moon. If you haven't watched the previous videos on Autumn Leaves, there's videos 1 and 2 on Autumn Leaves, and the introduction video, you should go back and check those out now. Like I said, Autumn Leaves is a great tune. It's a tune that's in the key of C. We're going to be, same as A minor, we're going to be using the same steps that we used in Autumn Leaves. So hopefully you've kind of got those steps under your fingers so we can move a bit quickly through the simpler things. But anyway, we're going to start with the first step, which is to learn the C major scale. We're again just going to start in one position and one octave. We're going to use the same shape that we used in Autumn Leaves, and in C it looks like this. First step, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. And we're going to use those notes over any chords that are in the key of the song. Okay, so second step, like before, is to use those notes to create melodies. So hopefully you got all that down pat. We're going to now move on to the third step, which is to adjust any notes of that scale to fit chords that are out of the key of the song, which is C or A minor. So the first deviation of the song, what we call deviation or change to the scale, is in the 6th bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th bar maybe even, and that's the E7. And as you can see, and again, I'm not giving you fingers the pick, the sharp 5th in this case is a deviation we've already worked on in Autumn Leaves. I will quickly show it to you just in case. So here is the first step of C, second, third, fourth. Now instead of the 5th here, we're going to play the sharpened 5th, 6th, and 7th. Those 7 notes are what you can use when you get to the E7 chord, and that's just several times in the song. So that's good that we already know that from Autumn Leaves. That's a nice little time saver. So that's kind of a great thing about the system, is that even though it's a different chord and a different key, it's going to be shapes and sounds that you've already practiced. It's not like a new E7 scale that's from scratch. It's kind of just moving what you know to a new spot, new key. So the second deviation is a new one. It's an important one. It's one that often comes up in songs. And it is a sharp 1, flat 7 deviation. So I will quickly show you that. Here's the first step of C. Like I said, it's a sharp 1. That means we either need to play sharpen the one here, or we sharpen the one up here, whatever you find is easier. Anyway, sharp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and flat 7. Those are the notes that work great over the A7 chord, any A7 chord in the song, or any A7 chord in the key of C for that matter. So it may be a little bit odd to not play the root, but to sharpen the root. But in this case, it's the C sharp, which is the key note, is the most important note of the A7 chord. So so it's like a double deviation for that chord, but once you get it under your fingers and in your ear, then it's used in all types of songs. So it's an important one to know. So what you can do now is pause your video and get used to those 2 scales, or 2 deviations, 2 changes to the major scale, and pause your video, and we'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, everyone, we're now on to step 4, and like before, step 4 is using those deviations over a backing track. So on the website, jazz-hack.com, there is charts and explanations and scale patterns and backing tracks and everything you'll need to check this out for free for this tune and for a few others, so you should go check that out. But like I said, a sound clip, and you can go and click on the sound clip and practice switching between the C major scale and the different deviations. So there'll be one little sound clip or backing track for C major to E7. So you can practice sharpening the 5th step of the scale as it switches chords there. And there'll be another sound clip for the C major 7 to A7. So the C scale to the scale, the C scale, with the sharpened 1 and the flattened 7th. So if you can pause your video now, run over there and practice those. See you in a sec. Okay guys, trucking along here. We are already on the 5th step, and that is just to use those deviations, use the scales, do a solo over a full backing track. So there'll be a full backing track over at on the website, and I'll give you little hints when the notes in question, the deviations, are coming, so you can get ready for them and play over them. And there's also a longer loop backing track that you can really stretch out on once you get used to that. Okay? The last step is a little bonus step like we had in the last video, and that's to go through these same steps, but in new octaves and positions of the guitar. So fingering charts are over at the website. Go check them out. Happy jamming.